Cheap things are not necessarily good, or that's what people make you believe. No matter what people say, this is a myth because sometimes cheap things are better than more expensive ones. Indian market is considered to be a price conscious one, but that's wrong no matter what your neighbors tell you. The fact is the Indian market is value conscious. That is the reason why people don't hesitate to buy an Apple iPhone for rupees 45,000. Yet when it comes to buy a carbon mobile phone for rupees 10,000, they will think at least thrice. Now, the cheapest car in the world is the Tata Nano, and it's right here with us. But does it mean that it being cheap is no good? Well, let's find out. Tata Motors hasn't made many changes to the exteriors of the 2013 Nano. The exteriors are the same as the 2012 version. There are minute changes like the chrome strip at the front and the rear. The rest of the car remains largely the same. You do get new colors though. Getting inside the Tata Nano is pretty easy. There's a lot of space inside the car, even though this is a very small car with dimensions little over 3 meters in length. Now you get two new glove boxes at the front on the dashboard, and the top end version also gets an integrated audio system with Bluetooth capabilities and also aux port. We were not able to figure out how this Bluetooth works.
Which will be hidden under the merchandise and other items. Yes, ये बहुत ही cute looking प्राणी है. उनका face round सा.
There's quite a lot of space. There's a lot of headroom, and although this car is a bit narrow in terms of width, you really don't collide with your co-passenger that much. The steering is a 3-spoke unit, and we would have loved it if Tata had given the steering a bit up, because at my height, I managed to scrub the steering wheel with my left leg. The air conditioning works very well, and Tata Motors has spruced up the interiors slightly by giving it beige interiors, making it more airy. What you also get in the 2013 Nano is slightly better build quality. Now the Tata Nano has quite a lot of space at the rear. There's plenty of space for 2 passengers. The third would be a difficult fit. You also have ample amount of headroom and decent amount of legroom. I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall, and I'm having absolutely no issues sitting at the rear seat. You don't get rear power windows, although Tata Motors does give front power windows. So, how do you access the boot? No, that doesn't work. The rear seats flip forward, and that's what you have to do to access the boot. Not very convenient. Usually under the hood of cars, you find the engine, but not in the Nano. The Nano is a rear engine, rear wheel drive car, and under the hood you get the spare wheel, fuel filler, and other tidbits. Now the Tata Nano is powered by 624cc twin-cylinder MPFI engine. Now this engine produces 38 PS of power and 51 Newton meters of torque. It is mated to a 4-speed gearbox. Sadly, Tata Motors has made no changes to the engine at all, and the 2013 version has the same mechanicals as the previous version, which means that the performance is the same as before. Even though the Nano doesn't produce too much of horsepower, performance is pretty good. The top of the line Nano LX weighs just 635 kgs, which means it has a very good power to weight ratio. You never feel this car lacks power, especially in the city, and throttle response is quite instant. However, out on the highways, the Nano does feel sluggish, and it's not a car you would drive on the highways, especially because it has a top speed which is limited to just 105 km per hour. The Nano is quite frugal too, and in normal driving conditions, you should expect a mileage of at least 18 km per litre. Coming to the ride and handling of the Nano, ride quality is pretty good too, but sharp bumps really unsettle the car. Handling is surprisingly brilliant. You can push the Nano into corners and it goes beautifully. The only fly in the ointment is the steering wheel. It just lacks the precision, it doesn't convey enough, and the lack of power steering still is quite a surprise. The turning radius is very tight at just 4 meters, and braking performance could have been better. Tata Motors should have at least given the Nano front disc brakes or at least bigger boosters. So, how does the 2013 Tata Nano fare? Well, it does quite well actually. Tata Motors has made many changes to the car. On the exteriors, you get chrome strips at the front and rear. On the interiors, Tata Motors has improved quality. You get an audio system with Bluetooth connectivity and many other slight tweaks which boost the appeal of the car. Sadly though, Tata Motors has made no changes to the mechanical of the Nano, which means you still don't get a power steering. Power steering would have helped greatly because the Nano is a small car which you would love to drive in the city. But when you're approaching parking spots, steering is very heavy at parking speeds, which makes it very difficult to park. Otherwise, as a car, the Nano is a brilliant piece of engineering. There's quite a lot of space on the inside. And at this price, it's definitely worth considering.